Good Times Sound Factory on Atlas Radio. I'm joined by Sheddy Maria.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I am very well, thank you. I mean, despite the crisis that we live in, that I just have to mention, despite that, I'm pretty well.
Yeah, same. I feel like if you've made it out of the house, you've had some fresh air in your lungs, you've completed the day.
I think now that's actually a massive success.
It genuinely
You
is.
left the house today.
Good job.
What a day. I can't cope, to be honest.
It's intense. It is intense.
I cried at work the other day because I just couldn't cope.
I just feel like I don't know how to feel. I don't know how I should be feeling.
That is a very accurate sentence of what is going on.
Yeah, I don't even think Boris knows how he should be feeling.
No. I was going to say something, but I've got in trouble with Ofcom before. I'll get in trouble with them again. You're allowed to, I just don't think I'm allowed to. So I'm just going to keep quiet though. But yeah. Anyway, it is 17 minutes past 7 on Atlas Radio. It's a Thursday night, and Sheddy, I want to hear. First of all, question I ask a lot of rappers, and I asked Naomi, and I want to ask you.
Okay.
Your name.
Mm-hmm.
Your name is really interesting. Tell me more.
So it's not much of coronavirus.
No, literally, I knew you were going to say that. I was like, it was a spit. I've got chewing gum. It all went a bit wrong.
It's not my government name. It's not my birth given name. To be honest with you, I've been told different stories about where Sheddy came from. It's an abbreviation of my full name. I'm not going to reveal my full name because that's
not what you do.
It's top secret.
Tell me off air though, right?
Say that again?
You'll tell me off air though,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Now I'm proper intrigued.
Yeah. But yeah, it's kind of, I was told that my cousin couldn't pronounce my name properly, so it kind of just got shortened down from what he was pronouncing to Sheddy.
Oh, I like it.
And then, yeah, it just stuck, but all throughout school, it was Sheddy. Maria is actually my given middle name, so Sheddy
Maria.
Yeah. And like when I first started doing music, I was searching if anybody else had the name Sheddy, and someone did, and I messaged him and I was like, yo, like, do you want to change your name? Because it's kind of my name, and he was like, no. I was like, okay, so I guess I'm now Sheddy Maria.
Yeah. To be fair, I quite like it.
Yeah. And
the both together.
Yeah.
It's quite nice. I think, anyway.
Oh, well, thank you.
And also, this now makes sense, because I was there thinking, I was like, what nationality is it? Like, maybe a surname, something really, like, ethnic and, like, exciting. Like, I don't know. It could be anything. Because I was like, Sheddy, that is not a British name.
No, it's not. It's a made-up name.
It's not a name.
It's not a name.
But it really is. You've made it a name.
I have indeed.
I like it. No, that's fun. And I like this bit of a mystery as well, because it's like, who are you really?
Yeah.
None of us know.
The mystery continues.
Well, I mean, I might know soon, guys, but I'm not telling. Right, so that's how you came up with the name, and that was when you first got into music, right?
Yeah.
And what got you into music in the first place?
I come from a very musical family, so like I was brought up on music. That was literally like all we ever did as a kid. My mum ran a youth marching band, so I was in
youth marching band.
I was in a youth marching band for 12 years.
Oh, excellent! I bet
loyal to that shit.
It's okay, fun.
I swore.
We're sorry.
I got a potty mouth. Sorry.
That's all right. We'd like to apologise now if any of the language used offended anybody listening.
Oh no, I am so sorry.
I've done it so many times. Why do you think I knew what to say? I've done that so many times. Don't worry about it. So you were a nerd. Excellent.
Yes, I was proudly too.
And then it's for your mama.
Yeah, and like my mum's a music teacher, so she like still now she teaches
starts
in schools.
That though.
Yeah, and then my dad would play guitar, and that's how I learnt guitar, just by watching him. And just doing stuff like that.
And you said your dad was like your number one.
He was indeed.
OG.
He was literally like, he came to every gig, like carried all the equipment, was front row, like always asking me like, have you written another song yet? When's your next gig? Like on my case. And I'm like, I just want to take a nap, Dad. I just want to sleep for a minute, and then I'll write a song.
Dad, listen, you write the song. I'm gonna have a nap. Meet
I'll
back
take
in 10.
And perform it, yeah.
Oh, that's I know you said to me off air that you lost your dad a few years ago, which is so heartbreaking to hear when you hear these great stories. But how do you kind of let everything that he taught you keep influencing your music, and do Do you kind of draw on stuff from him for inspiration?
I do. To be fair, I do actually have a song that I've written that is a very like, my music that I've got out at the moment is very upbeat and bringing good vibes.
Yes.
And then I've got a song that I've written about my dad and just like who he was to me. And it's a very, takes the tone down, very chilled, very mellow, but very like raw and emotional.
Yeah, where can we listen to this?
So I'm probably going to release it around Father's Day.
Okay.
Just so it's got some relevance,
Yeah.
so other people can relate to it. I've kind of tried to write it in a way that people can relate to it, even if they haven't lost a father, even if they just lost someone of significance to them. But yeah, that's kind of it. It took me a long time to write that. It took me a long time to listen back to what I wrote.
Yeah.
But now I listen to it and I think, yeah, like the best way to get through anything is to just like express it, whether that's like verbally or musically.
Yeah, you were saying that, like, let yourself feel it, like, rather than stop, like, just be like, nope, I'm not feeling that.
Yeah.
Nope.
But
So-
like that's okay to an extent.
Yeah.
But you also need to reach a point where you're like, okay, now let's
Now I
explore
can feel it.
Yeah.
That's amazing though. Are you also a therapist?
Oh, I'm my own therapist.
Maybe
Do you know,
you should be my therapist.
it's so weird because I was talking to one of my girlfriends about this and I was like, I am so good with everyone else's situations, like boy troubles. I'm like, I've got you. Like,
Yeah.
I know exactly what you need to say in this conversation. But when it's me, I'm like, oh my god, girls, what do I do? I don't know. I'm freaking out. What do I do in this situation? How do I handle this? Like, I can't be my own therapist.
Yeah, no,
I can be someone else's.
Yeah, I get that. You know what? I have friends where like a boy will like say one thing to him, and I'll be like, "Leave him!" Oh my god! Blah, 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 blah. But I know for a fact if that happened to me, I literally would be like, just don't mention it. Just don't mention it.
Yeah, just forget that ever
Just didn't happen. Okay, just.
Yeah.
I'm lucky though. I have a gem. We all know Archie. Archie is actually he's a friend of the show at this point. He somehow seems to crop up in every interview my
Good.
boyfriend does.
Good for
I
him.
don't really know how. Don't even know if he's listening.
Hey.
He's about. He's a bit of an icon. I'll show you a picture of him later when I got my phone back. Yeah, so that's great that you get to draw on kind of your life experiences, and we'll definitely look out for that track. Make sure you send it over, and we'll get it straight on the system.
I will.
To listen to. Speaking of parents' days, it is Mother's Day. This, and I noticed that when you came in, you were talking about your mum straight away.
Yes.
Have you got any plans?
Well, to be fair, obviously there's so many rumours going around about us being locked indoors.
Yeah.
So I saw my mum. I quickly like drove down to see my mum yesterday, and I said to her, I was like, well, what are we gonna do on Valentine's Day? What are we gonna do on Mother's Day? And I was like, well, do you know what? If we are on lockdown, I'll just FaceTime you. That'll do, won't it? And she was like, yeah.
You got her a card?
Well, me and my sister, I've got a sister, so me and my sister were saying we're going to get her a card and get her one from the dog as well. Because she's a dog mum.
She's one of those.
Yeah, she's one of those. But yeah, if we're not on lockdown, we're just going to have like a movie night and a pizza.
That sounds ideal.
Yeah, like I'm not really one to like go out and spend loads of money unnecessarily. Like I'd rather just chill with my favourite
I'm
people.
exactly the same.
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea. Great idea. I think I'll be doing the same actually.
I think a lot of people will be.
I think we're going to have to be honest, because
Wow.
there's not really much choice to do anything else. Like, it's crazy. We'll still have to work though. They've made sure that's okay. Everybody work from home. But you know, you can't do anything when it comes to the weekend or after work.
No.
You might as well just work 24/7 really.
Yeah.
They might as well have just said that.
Yeah, I mean, the whole situation is just wild.
No, I can't cope. I've said it before, I'll say it again, I can't cope.
No.
Right, it is 24 minutes past 7. We will be carrying on with Sheddy very, very shortly. But right now I'm going to play one of her songs. We're going to play Familiar. Tell us something about the song. Tell us a fun fact.
Fun fact, it's written about someone in particular and they still don't know who they are.
Oh, drums. You know, like when you love the drums when it's nothing to do with you. So it's like, it's none of my business at all. Someone love it. If it had anything to do with me, I'd be like, it's disgusting. I don't want to know. But I'm loving this.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to play that guessing game after. Maybe we can do a process of elimination, figure out who it is. You are locked in to Rev It Up with Rav with your girl Raveena. It is, like I said, 25 past 7 on Atlas Radio. This is Familiar by Sheddy Maria. Let's go. Fall, Eminem, Alright, Wiz Khalifa, and Familiar, Sheddy Maria. How do you feel being in with that list? Just thrown in with you know, Eminem and Wiz Khalifa.
I feel ready.
You feel ready?
Yeah, I feel ready. I feel like
take them on.
Time, yeah.
It is time. Right, I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
That I almost asked you off air, but you were like, no, because the answer for this is so good, I have to share it with you on air. So, for those of you who don't know, Sheddy has been nominated for a BMA, woo, which is very exciting.
So exciting.
For, is it Best Pop Song?
Just best song.
Best Song.
And like the people that are in the same category, I was literally like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like that's some.
Yeah, it's a solid category.
Yeah.
But the song is. Would you consider it a pop song, or would you consider it?
See, when people ask me like, oh, what genre are you? I was always like, I don't really know, because I write to like whatever I feel.
Yeah.
But my music is very poppy.
You know what though? It's called pop for a reason, because it is popular. People like it.
It's popping.
It is. It's just, that is true though. Like people sometimes look down on pop as a genre, but I don't know why. It surely has to just be because they're jealous, because they're not selling as well. Like pop is not bad music. People listen to it. It's good.
Yeah.
Like it's on all the time. You want to listen to pop.
I think people just get confused with what is actually pop.
Yeah.
Because when you think back to when you were a kid, like music has changed a lot now. So things that were considered pop back then might not seem cool now, but they were cool then. Yeah. So like pop music now is definitely
and like, a lot of actually I think like R&B music especially and bits of grime, thanks to people like Stormzy, are pop now as well.
Yeah,
really.
exactly.
Like,
it's such a wide genre.
Yeah, it's so wide.
It's so wide.
Like you get all sorts of stuff. Like pop can be like Stormzy to like Panic at the Disco.
Exactly.
Which is like
it
not the same.
Could. Yeah.
Like they're all pop. So I think that's a good genre to put yourself in.
Yeah.
I'd be happy with that if I were you. So for those of you who don't know, the song that has been nominated is High Life.
Yes.
And there's a video for that, which is your first one, right?
Yes, my first music video.
Now, for those of you who haven't seen it,
there is.
Yeah, go watch it immediately. Not immediately. After you finish this. After this. I'll put the link to it in the YouTube.
Yeah.
That'd
be great.
Clip that I'm going to put up of this. Yeah, because we're filming this, guys. You get to see our actual reactions. So the guy in it, he's not bad looking, is he? I mean, he's all right.
He's a pretty guy. He's a pretty soul, to be fair. He was, I didn't know him before the video.
Oh yeah.
I was struggling to find an actor who was
hot enough.
No.
Got you. I understand.
No, someone who was
tall enough. I understand. Got you.
Stop it, because you're gonna make me do that laugh, and I'm not prepared for that. Someone who was comfortable acting like
hot
as a couple on screen.
Really?
Yeah, like a lot of people were like,
Is it because they had partners and the partners would get annoyed?
This is what confused me. So say if you're a model or you're an actor, if you're serious, like maybe this is just my opinion, I don't want to be like sent for right now, but if you're trying to do this professionally and seriously, you can't really say, like if you're just starting out, any opportunity is good. So if you're saying, oh, my girl won't like it,
well,
should she not be backing you?
Well, I'll tell you one thing, sex sells. And I'd like to know any kind of like model / actor who hasn't had to do something like that in a role. Like, think how often in TV shows and stuff there's a couple scene or relation. It's a music video. All the music videos have those kind of scenes, like those kind of imagery.
Well, exactly. And to be fair, although I do kiss this guy in the video, that was never that was completely down to the videographer. He was sneaky. Yeah. Like the way that he broke the ice and just got us comfortable was so, like, completely caught me off guard. Like, I was not prepared for any kissing, and it's so embarrassing because my mum was just chilling in the background, peering through the kitchen window like, oh, what's going on here? And I was like, Mum, please go away. Like, you can watch, but just watch from afar. Like, I don't want to see you.
And don't like comment. Just don't acknowledge what you've seen. Like, watch, but if anyone asks, you weren't here.
Honestly, it was such an experience. But yeah, no, he's lovely, and the videographer I worked with, D Visuals, I couldn't recommend him enough. Like, he was so good at directing. Yeah. And I feel like that's important because, like I was saying to you earlier, as an artist, you don't actually realise how much is involved with being an artist. You think, oh, I'm going to to write some songs and sing them, but really as an artist you have to be the full package. You got to do your own artwork, you need to plan out what you want in your video, who's in your video settings, all that kind of stuff. So when you've got people who can understand your vision, it makes it so much easier to just get to work, feel comfortable, and just get
and do it
done. Yeah, definitely.
That's good. So what was it like filming that video? Was it fun? Was it exciting? What was it like working with him? Have you got any funny stories from set?
I don't know. It was honestly such a good experience.
Was it?
Yeah.
Was it fun? Was he fun to work with?
Yeah.
This really hot guy.
He was lovely, and he was very.
I hope I never meet him.
He was very good at making me feel comfortable, because I was like, oh, like I don't want to, because he was saying
I don't want
to
to
me,
get slapped with a sexual harassment charge. Like, just draw the line for me now.
He was just very good at just saying, I'm happy to do whatever needs to be done for the video, kind of thing.
I'll tell you what, he looked nice.
Yeah, he's beautiful.
He is.
Inside and out, like he really is just a good soul.
I love that.
Just a good soul. Lovely guy.
I love that so much.
Yeah.
What a dream. Put me in touch. No, I would like to see this. Can I come to your next video shoot?
Yeah, of course.
Because then I can talk about it on the radio.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Well, do you know what? I don't know where the next one's going to be. I'm trying to be a bit extra and go all the way to the Caribbean or something, but
I can do that.
yeah, come along.
I'm actually free.
Good.
Forever. So I'll make it. Don't worry.
Come along.
I would like to come along. I enjoy the Caribbean. You actually have. You know what? Is your cover for the album? You're wearing some trousers. They're trousers. Are they trousers?
Yeah.
Am I visualizing the right thing?
They are trousers, but there's not much material.
No, there isn't. But I kind of rate that. So you know what, babe? You slay. You slay all day.
Oh, thank you.
Those colours are like Caribbean. Do you have a thing for the Caribbean?
Oh, mate, yeah, I do.
Do you just love it?
I'm just not here for the UK. Like I don't like the cold. I don't like wet weather.
I knew Sheddy was exotic.
Yeah, I am.
I could tell from the name.
It's just in my soul.
Have you been many times?
Yeah. I've been on a cruise. Did like Aruba, Barbados.
Oh, a Caribbean cruise is ideal. I think I need to get on that.
Yeah, but you know what was weird? We did a cruise with a UK tour company, so it was just full of British people, and I was just a bit like,
you just hate British
yeah,
people.
like I've come on holiday to get away from you lot. Like I think if I ever do a cruise again, I'll do an international tour company so I can meet people from all around the world. Like, and that's why I love going so far afield, because like you get to experience different cultures and have friends from like all around the world. Like I'm still in touch with people that I met in Barbados. Like
that's cool.
Yeah,
that's really cool. That also gives me hope that we'll stay in touch, because we live about 20 minutes apart.
Exactly, and if we can't, then
I'm just clearly not as good as people who are Bayesian. Bayesian?
Yeah, Bayesian. Yeah. Bayesian.
So
yeah, I've done my fair bit of travelling around.
Yeah. Well, all right for some.
I mean, not anymore.
No, that's so nice though. You should work hard, play hard, right?
Yeah. Well, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And also, you clearly get a lot of your inspiration, such as your clothes, from there.
Or lack of.
Yeah. Listen, I said it before. Sex sells, right? No, it's good fun. I like that you're doing these videos and you've got a bit of a theme going as well. Like it's kind of got your images out there and it says a lot about you.
Yeah.
So tell us before we play your BMA song, where can we see your music? When can we catch you next? I know your work is entertainment, and this might not be the best time for entertainment.
Yeah.
Being as they're shutting down all the venues, but where can we catch you?
I'm a huge germaphobe, so I'm not trying to be out my house unless I need to be out my house. So honestly, my plan during these next couple of weeks, whilst we're all trying to stay safe, I'm just gonna be active on my socials. So I might give a few sneak peeks of what's to come. But yeah, I've got stuff ready to release. I've got stuff that's ready, but I want to be able to do it right and make sure that it's the right time to release it. So if you want to follow my journey, just follow me on Instagram is where I'm most active. So yeah, I'd follow me on Instagram, which is @IamSheddy Maria. So yeah, go give that a follow.
There we go. I will post with all the information on my Instagram @Raveena_radio. And when I get as many followers as I have listeners, I will stop saying my Instagram. But until then, guys, It's in one ear and out the others. Come on. Help a gal out, please. I'll be posting all the information on there. There is also a link to my YouTube channel where I will be posting this interview plus a little bit of extra content, which you know I like to do for you guys. So we can't give everything away right now.
No,
do you know what I mean?
So I'll keep them one more.
Yeah. Don't give them some. I like to make them work for it, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Thank you very much for listening, and thank you very much to Sheddy Maria
Thank you
for
having
joining
me.
us.
Thank you.
No problem. And now we're going to play you out with your absolute banger, which I love. I probably listen to this. I said to it every day. Like, this is literally my, like, wake up in the morning and, like, pull my butt to the train and, like, try and make my life work. And that is me in this video. So this is High Life. Make sure you check out the video on YouTube, and all extra information will be on Instagram. High Life on Atlas Radio.